There is a good chance you own a pair of trousers that technically fit you, but still don't look quite right. Maybe the hem bunches around your shoes. Maybe the waistband feels fine when you're standing, but uncomfortable when you sit. Maybe the trousers are so loose that they hide your shape completely. Or perhaps they're so slim that you can't move comfortably. None of these problems means you need a new body, and you certainly don't need to dress like a younger man. Sometimes you simply need to understand how your trousers should fit the body you have today. Because after 50, small changes in fit can make a noticeable difference in how polished, comfortable, and confident an outfit looks. So today, we're breaking down 7 trouser mistakes men over 50 should stop making and what to do instead. Mistake number 1. Too much fabric at the hem. Let's start at the bottom. Look at your trousers the next time you're standing in front of a full-length mirror. If the fabric is gathering into several folds above your shoes, your trousers may simply be too long. This is called the break, the way the trouser hem rests against your shoe. A small amount of break can look classic and perfectly intentional. The problem is excessive fabric. When the hem collapses repeatedly onto the shoe, the lower part of the outfit can look heavier and less defined. Here's the important part. You don't need to follow one universal rule. The right length depends on the trouser style, the shoe, and how clean or traditional you want the outfit to look. But if you're unsure, start with a small, controlled break rather than a pile of fabric. And when you have trousers altered, wear the shoes you actually plan to wear with them. That's a simple change, but it can completely clean up the bottom half of an outfit. Mistake number 2. Thinking your waist size is the whole fit. Here's a mistake that's incredibly easy to make. You find your usual waist size, the trousers button, so you assume they're the right size. But trousers don't fit in only one place. You also need to consider the rise, seat, thighs, and leg shape. If the waistband digs into you when you sit, that's a problem. If the fabric pulls across the seat, that's a problem. If the thighs feel restrictive when you walk, that's another problem. And if you need a belt just to keep an oversized pair from sliding down, that's another sign the fit isn't doing its job. A good pair of trousers should feel secure without squeezing you. You should be able to sit, stand, walk, and move naturally. So next time you shop, don't just ask, "What's my waist size?" Ask, "How does this entire trouser fit my body?" Mistake number 3. Going too slim or too baggy. This is where many men end up at one extreme or the other. One man buys trousers that are extremely slim because he thinks a tighter fit will automatically make him look more modern. Another chooses trousers several sizes too large because he wants to hide his midsection. Neither approach is automatically better. The better target is somewhere in between. You want enough room to move comfortably, but not so much fabric that the trousers lose their shape. Stand naturally and look at the upper leg. Are there strong horizontal pulling lines? That's a warning sign they're too tight. Now look at the opposite example. Is there so much excess fabric around the thighs and calves that you can barely see the shape of the legs? That's probably too much. The goal is ease without excess. And this is especially important after 50 because comfort matters just as much as appearance. You shouldn't have to choose between looking good and being able to sit comfortably. Mistake number 4. Ignoring the rise. Here's one detail that can change how an entire pair of trousers feels. The rise is the distance between the crotch and the top of the waistband. And if you've never paid attention to it, try this. Take a pair of trousers that you find uncomfortable. Sit down. Where does the waistband sit? Does it feel like the trousers are being pulled downward? Do you constantly adjust your shirt? Does the waistband feel restrictive across your stomach? If so, the rise may not be working for your body. Many men find that a mid-rise or slightly higher rise provides a more natural fit, particularly when wearing a shirt tucked in. But there is no magic rise that every man over 50 should wear. Your proportions matter, your posture matters, and your personal comfort matters. The important thing is to stop assuming that lower rise automatically means younger or better. The right rise is the one that sits naturally on your body. And here's something worth remembering. You can buy expensive trousers from a great brand and still look poorly dressed if the fit is wrong. But a reasonably priced pair that fits your body properly, that can look remarkably good. So before you spend more money on clothes, make sure you're getting the basics right. The next 3 mistakes is where many otherwise good outfits fall apart.
Mistake number 5. Wearing the wrong trousers with the wrong shoes. Think about the relationship between your trousers and your shoes. They're not separate decisions, they're one visual unit. A very wide trouser leg with an extremely narrow shoe can look disproportionate. And extremely slim trousers combined with a large, heavy shoe can create the opposite problem. You don't need to memorize fashion rules, just look at the overall scale. Classic wool trousers generally work naturally with classic leather shoes or loafers. Chinos can work with loafers, casual leather shoes, or clean sneakers. And more casual trousers can support more casual footwear. The important thing is that the weight and shape of the shoe should make sense with the trouser leg. And remember what we discussed earlier, your trouser length may look different depending on the shoes underneath it. That's why the best time to check the hem is with the actual shoes you'll wear. Mistake number 6. Choosing trousers that fight your current body. Your body doesn't have to stay exactly the same throughout your life. That's normal. Your waist may change, your posture may change, your proportions may change, your lifestyle may change. The mistake isn't changing. The mistake is refusing to adjust your clothes when your body does. Maybe you used to look great in a very low-rise pair of trousers. Maybe a slim cut worked perfectly 10 years ago. Maybe you once needed a longer inseam. That doesn't mean the same proportions are ideal today. Take an honest look at your current wardrobe. Try the trousers while standing, then sit, then walk. And don't just ask whether you can button them. Ask, do these trousers actually cooperate with my body? If the answer is no, you may not need an entirely new wardrobe. A tailor can sometimes make surprisingly useful adjustments. And if a pair can't be altered successfully, replacing it is not a failure. It's just good wardrobe management. Mistake number 7. Never checking your trousers from the side. Here's a simple trick that almost nobody does. Don't judge trousers only from the front. Look at yourself from the side. This is where you can see things that disappear from the front. Is the seat pulling? Is the waistband tilting? Is the stomach area being compressed? Does the trouser line fall naturally from the hip toward the shoe? Then sit down. If the trousers become dramatically uncomfortable the moment you sit, that's useful information. Your clothes have to work while you're living your life, not just while you're standing still in front of a mirror. So before your next pair, do something very simple. Stand, sit, walk, turn sideways. 5 minutes of checking can save you from months of wearing trousers that never feel quite right. The 30-second trouser test. Let's make this incredibly simple. Before you buy or keep a pair of trousers, check these 7 things. 1. Is the waistband comfortable? 2. Does the rise sit naturally? 3. Can you move without restriction? 4. Is there enough room through the seat and thighs? 5. Is the leg line neither excessively tight nor excessively loose? 6. Does the trouser leg work with your shoes? 7. Is the hem clean without excessive bunching? If the answer is yes to all 7, you're probably looking at a strong fit. And notice what isn't on that list, the number on the label. A 34-inch waist from one brand may fit completely differently from a 34-inch waist from another. Don't dress for the number, dress for the fit. After 50, good style doesn't mean trying to look younger. It means looking like a man who understands what works for him. That might mean a slightly different rise, a cleaner hem, a little more room through the thigh, a better relationship between your trousers and your shoes. None of these changes requires you to follow every fashion trend, and you don't need to replace everything in your closet. Start with one pair, put it on, stand in front of the mirror, sit down, Turn sideways, walk around, and ask yourself one simple question. Does this fit the man I am today? If it does, keep it. If it doesn't, see whether it can be altered. And if it can't, replace it when you're ready. If you found this useful, subscribe to Sharp After 50 for practical style advice designed for men who want to look polished, confident, and comfortable, not like they're trying to dress 30 years younger. And leave a comment. Which trouser problem gives you the most trouble? Waist, length, fit, or comfort? Dress for the man you are today.